Throughout my journey to Catastrophic, I have encountered many roadblocks, and one by one, I slowly trampled over all of them. As I move closer towards my goal, only one obstacle stands between me and Catastrophic. Terrifying difficulty. Throughout the years, I have been tested by various obstacles, but none of them could have prepared me for what was to come at the terrifying domain. Nevertheless, that didn't stop me. Seeing that there was no other option, I stepped inside, bracing myself, ready to take on any obstacles that I meet head on. This is Touhou of Journey's End. Now don't get mad at my options, I didn't even know what towers were good. So anyways, I decided on a tower while keeping in mind of the gap between my current hardest tower, which is Tower Hopeless Hell, and the next tower that I'm going to grind. Eventually I gathered up 3 options here: Tower of Fractured Memories, Tower of Impossible Movements, and a tower that I've never heard of before, Tower of Journey's End. The name looked interesting, so I decided to add it to my list of options. You might be asking, why am I not doing a high extreme or anything? I don't know, I just don't think any of the extremes are good. Now, Tower of Fractured Memory, yeah, I guess it's kind of good, I guess. However, it's a 𝐶𝐞𝐬 tower, so I won't be doing it at all. You might be wondering, what beef do I have with 𝐶𝐞𝐬? Well, not really, it's just a skill issue beef. Tower of Inevitable Failure, a 𝐶𝐞𝐬 tower, 3 months to finish. Tower of Astral Eclipse, another 𝐶𝐞𝐬 tower, 2 years to finish. So no, I will not be doing another 𝐶𝐞𝐬 tower again. So that's baseline terrifying out of the way. Seeing the gap between Tower of Hopeless Hell and the other 2 terrifyings, I decided that it's best I go for a Tower of Impossible Movements. However, just after 3 days of grinding, I'm already tired of this tower. I rage quit so many times that I got this ring select. And yeah, eventually I decided to go with Tower of Journey's End, despite the difficulty gap. 1.14 difficulty lower than Tower of Journey's End. Right from the get-go, I already knew this wasn't going to be an easy grind, but after looking at my options here, I knew deep down what would I pick for my first terrifying. Day 1 of grinding the tower. It's pretty much like the first day of grinding any other tower, getting used to the style of this tower, except there was one difference. I wasn't getting to floor 2 at all. This tower is a terrifying tower, and it does its job well at showing me that. And I immediately encountered 2 jumps that I hate. Anyways, I wasn't getting to floor 2 at all. On the off chance that I do, however, something was wrong. This floor is much harder than floor 1, and it's really garbage at the same time. That's when I realized this floor isn't just a normal floor. It's a final warning to me, daring me to continue further. After some practice, I got better at the spinner, which is my biggest roadblock of floor 2. I'm not going to include this, but I broke my personal best like 4 times today. You would think that's a good thing, but no, it's not actually, because the personal best was extended by 1 jump each time. This footage, however, I got lucky and I made it to floor 3. Unfortunately, the run didn't go so well as I proceeded to throw it. Don't worry, this will be a very common theme later in the video. The next day, I managed to break my personal best and didn't fail the next jump. Very surprising. Although I still threw the run by doing this. Wow! And I had a lot more stupid fails later on. Fuck! But I didn't let that discourage me. I kept pushing forward for the day, and I got an even crazier ring select than the one I got earlier. And after breaking my personal best 3 times with 1 jump, I eventually managed to push it to floor 4. And once again, failing in a very stupid way. Next day, I didn't make the same mistake and I managed to pass the jump. This time, however, I did better than my other times, pushing my personal best by 2 jumps instead of 1. That's a noteworthy celebration. Next time I got there again, I realized how easily straddleable the jump was, so I passed after aligning myself a little bit. The rest of floor 4 was free, so I was able to push my personal best pretty far until I failed this lodge, the only not free part of floor 4. Fortunately, I didn't have to wait long for my next floor 4 run, where I passed the lodge, and I made it to floor 5. And I got to listen to floor 5 music in the real game for the first time. And let's just take a moment of silence to enjoy this together. Anyways, it's back to obbying, where I somehow failed what I would consider the easiest jump of floor 5. After 10th July, I realized that getting a new personal best every day is pretty dang hard. So I accepted the fact that I won't be getting a new progress every single day. And that slowed down my progress a lot, for the better or for the worse. Because I definitely feel a lot better not having the pressure of trying to get a new progress every day. Anyways, I was rage quitting way too much, so to counteract this, I decided to make a rage quit counter, where I would keep track of my rage quits, and each time when I rage quit, I would have to do 5 push-ups. Why did I do this, you might ask? I don't know, I was bored. It wasn't only until 19th July, 9 days ever since my first and previous floor 5 run, where I finally managed to reach floor 5 again, just to fail like this. Don't worry, I came back after that. With that, I landed my personal best jump, along with the remaining jumps in floor 5, and I flew to floor 6.
Oh my god. Holy sh.
But of course, traditional style method, I do the run one way or another. 3 days later, I managed to land a jump just to fail the next jump after that classic move. After 4 days, I finally made it back up there and used up every last bit of my luck of the day to fluke floor 6. Now, did you notice how I said I used up every last bit of my luck to fluke floor 6? It's because this happened on floor 7 later. Here's when I was at the point where I was starting to get really bored of this tower, so I didn't want to play much anymore. However, I knew I would lose my consistency if I do that. So to prevent it, I got at least one second half run every day to make sure my consistency stays. Anyways, once again, I passed my personal best, and this time I threw this run because I thought I had to avoid the roof, so I stopped holding W mid-air, which caused me to fall. At that point, I started to search for any clues as to why this keeps happening. Why? Just why do I keep throwing? Until I remembered a video that I once saw before. I googled it up, and sure enough,
he goes from insane to extreme to terrifying. As the difficulties go, he becomes a she.
There it is, the answer that I've been looking for. I need to become a she. Using my 70 Robux budget, I was only able to come up with this. It's not much, but I'll have to make do with it for now. This time, knowing what I had to do past the jump, I easily made it past my personal best. The rest of floor 7 should be easy from here. Although this avatar did not save me from choking on this camera control jump on floor 7. The next time reaching there, I was prepared. Once you land this jump, you're all set for floor 8. Unless you're someone with the username fake underscored ha 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 1111, then this happens. I just didn't understand anything. What was wrong? Why do I keep failing like this? Is it because of the 70 Robux budget Sanae 𝐃𝐞𝐬𝐭𝐢𝐧𝐚 cosplay? Should I have used a higher budget? Whatever was the reason, it did not help me cope with this fail. It wasn't only until 6 days later where I finally made it to there again. This time finally passing a section that I shouldn't have failed to begin with. Which now means that I am on floor 8, the so-called hardest floor of the tower. And well, did I get to experience it? No, because I ended up doing this once again and throwing the first jump off the floor, which also subsequently means that I have extended my personal best by one jump yet again. I knew for certain this was the 70 Robux avatar's doing. However, I didn't have Robux yet at that time, so I had no choice but to continue with this avatar. It took me 11 days for my next floor 8 run. Floor 8 is free until the outside part, which is most of the difficulty of the floor. Why am I telling you this, you may ask? Well, that's because I once again threw an easy part of the floor. If I told you I wasn't annoyed, I would be lying to you. As I just realized, I need to wait a long time again for my next floor 8 run. But thankfully, one thing that I didn't have to wait long for is my full budget avatar. I reached floor 8 2 times the next day. Not only that, I even fluked the spinner. Unfortunately, I fell to this downwards thrust that I didn't know the correct strategy for at that time. Just 2 days later, I made it back up to the truss, and I got lucky doing it with the same method that failed me last time. However, what surprised me outside was that this jump got slightly nerfed. Now, I don't know why they nerfed it, but it's pretty good, I guess. Anyways, all that practice last time still didn't save me from choking this one jump. But it's no big deal because the next run I immediately got back up there again, and I managed to make it to floor 9, where in good old-fashioned style, I would choke an easy jump yet again, and this time with the stakes being a lot higher than before. With my consistency getting better, I upgraded my daily quota to 1 floor 8 run every day. With this new goal, I eventually reached floor 9 and even fluked it. Not from determination, but from urgency. Now would probably be a good time to tell you that I was supposed to actually go on vacation with my family today, which is why I was looking to beat it today, so I don't have to come back to this when I'm back. So with floor 10 only left in my path, I failed. No worries, I still had time left, so I climbed back up again and failed the easiest jump of floor 10. Wow. With just about 1 or 2 hours left, I decided to accept my defeat and waited till I'm back to continue grinding this tower. When I came back, my consistency is, as expected, all gone. Although it took only like 1 day for my floor 8 consistency to come back, which I would then quickly notice that they once again changed the outside. Anyways, it still took me a few days to once again reach floor 10, just to fail the first trust flick. I was so mad at myself that I got another floor 10 run the next day out of spite, where this time I made sure to not choke, with every jump landed guiding me closer and closer towards the wind pad. I always believed that this floor, just like floor 9, was meant to be fluked. But of course, tragedy struck. I failed an easy jump once again.
Oh. Shit.
Now, the wind pad is only one jump away from me. Truss works in this tower broke on me many times, but never had the stakes felt so dire. I jumped on the truss, hoping that it doesn't break, and so... As I soared through the sky, memories flashed. Memories of me performing the final jump in practice, as I sat there wondering, when will it be the real deal? As I descend onto the wind pad, memories of all my struggles flash before my eyes. In one last split second, I took a gander down below, looking at all the obstacles that I've just overcome, as I just realized, it's finally over.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
And now, for the rage quit counter. With 44 rage quits in July, 75 rage quits in August, and 50 rage quits in September, we are now at a grand total of 169 rage quits. As for the tower itself, despite what everyone says about how much it sucks, I actually quite enjoyed it. Despite that, I still really hate the tower, because I swear to god a journalist made this tower have different physics than other towers. The amount of times I failed the physics in this tower compared to other towers is just crazy. But other than all those physics fails, I actually quite enjoyed this tower. I hope I'll see you there again when I make my next and possibly final video of this series. And as promised, here's the fail compilation.
What?
And with that will be the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving the video a like, and also subscribe so I can gain subscribers faster. While you're at it, also comment down anything for the algorithm, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.